हेलो एंड वेलकम टू प्रोफेसर गाडगिल जीपैट एकेडमी। बीफार्म कंप्लीट हो गई है या एमफार्म की डिग्री हाथ में है और अब सबसे बड़ा सवाल, आगे क्या करें? गवर्नमेंट जॉब या प्राइवेट कंपनी, एमबीए या अब्रॉड, जीपैट, नाइपर या ड्रग इंस्पेक्टर। इतनी सारे ऑप्शंस है कि कंफ्यूजन होना नेचुरल है और गलत डिसीजन लेना यानी ईयर्स वेस्ट हो सकते हैं। आई एम प्रोफेसर गौरव गाडगिल, फाउंडर एंड डायरेक्टर ऑफ प्रोफेसर गाडगिल जीपैट एकेडमी। पिछले 4 सालों से मैंने हंड्रेड्स ऑफ फार्मेसी स्टूडेंट्स को उनकी करियर जर्नी में गाइड किया है। आज की इस वीडियो में मैं तुम्हें बी.फार्म और एम.फार्म के बाद के हर एक मेजर करियर ऑप्शंस के बारे में बताऊंगा। एलिजिबिलिटी, सैलरी, ग्रोथ और कौन सी फील्ड तुम्हारे लिए बेस्ट है, एंड तक जरूर देखना। चलिए शुरू करते हैं। There are various opportunities after B.Pharm. The same goes for the M.Pharm. You can have your career in the pharmaceutical industry, academics and teaching, higher studies, self-employment, abroad opportunities, government sector, and pharmacy practice. Now we will discuss the major or the core sector, that is the pharmaceutical industry. This is the largest employer. The Indian pharma industry is the third largest by volume globally. We will discuss the first department, that is production or manufacturing. There are total three roles which are discussed here. It is the production executive, which manages the manufacturing operations, batch processing, and equipment operations. Production supervisor, which supervises the line workers, ensuring output targets, while the officer for the granulation, compression, or coating looks after the specific unit operations in the tablet manufacturing. The growth path is trainee, junior executive, executive, senior executive, assistant manager, manager, plant head, and VP operations. Next department is the quality assurance. There are various roles like the quality QA officer, that is ensuring GMP compliance, SOP creation, batch release. Then QA executive, that is auditing, CAPA, change control, deviation handling. Validation officer, which looks after process validation, cleaning validation, equipment qualification. QA is process oriented. Quality is built into the product, not tested into it. Next is the quality control. Various roles are there like the QC chemist, which looks after the raw material testing, in-process checks, finished product analysis. The QC analyst looks after the stability testing, assay, and dissolution profiling, while the microbiologist looks after the sterility testing, microbial limit test, and environmental monitoring. QC is product oriented and hence test samples to confirm if they meet the specifications. The growth path for the same is analyst, senior analyst, QC manager, QC head, and site quality head. Next department is the regulatory affairs. There are two roles, that is RA associate and RA executive. RA associate looks after preparing the dossiers, that is CTD or ECTD format, compiling documents for submissions, while the RA executive looks after responding to query letters from the agencies like the US FDA, MHRA, and CDSCO. Next department is the research and development. There are total three areas: the formulation development, analytical R&D, and technological transfer. The formulation development looks after developing new formulations, bioequivalent batches, and scale-up, while the analytical R&D looks after developing and validating analytical methods, post-degradation, reference standards, etc. The technological transfer is involved in transferring a developed formula from R&D to the manufacturing plant. Other industry roles include packaging development, that is designing and validating packaging materials like blister packs, bottles, or cold chain. Sales and marketing, that is medical representative. The highest number of B.Pharm graduates enter here initially. Promotion of brands to doctors or pharmacists is their main role. Path is MR, area manager, regional manager, zonal manager, and VP sales. Next is the product management, that is brand manager, which looks after strategic marketing, brand planning, new product launches. It usually requires MBA and some experience. It bridges marketing, medical, and sales teams. Next is the purchase or supply chains, that is procurement of raw materials, excipients, and packaging materials. Next is the pharmacy practice role, that is patient facing roles. First is the community pharmacy, that is retail pharmacy. There can be two roles, that is registered pharmacist, which is the classic role and is involved in dispensing prescriptions, patient counseling, OTC product recommendations, while the pharmacy manager or owner manages a medical store or the chemist shop. It requires registration with the State Pharmacy Council. Expansion here or the expansion areas can be chain pharmacies like the Apollo, MedPlus, Wellness, which are professionalizing this space with clinical services. Next is the hospital pharmacy. There can be various roles, but the three key roles discussed here are hospital pharmacist, drug information specialist, and clinical pharmacist, which is the entry level job. Hospital pharmacist looks up after dispensing IPD or OPD medications, managing hospital formulary, inventory control, and patient counseling. The drug information specialist provides evidence based drug information to doctors and nurses in large hospitals, while the clinical pharmacist participates in ward rounds, monitors areas, and checks drug interactions. Various hospitals are hiring for these jobs. They are AIMS, Apollo, Fortis, Max, Manipal, and PGI MER, often through contractual or permanent posts. Next, we have the academics and teaching. Various roles like lecturer, assistant professor, associate professor, professor, HOD, vice principal, and principal are there. Next important sector is the government sector. This is one of the most sought after and stable career path. First is the drug regulatory, that is drugs control department. Total three posts are discussed here. That is the drug inspector, which is involved in the inspection of manufacturing units, pharmacies, sample collection, legal action under the DNC Act. Then assistant drug controller, which has supervisory role, the licensing authority for certain categories, and the drugs controller, which is the head of state drug control administration. Next is for the central government. Various posts or organizations under the central government are discussed here. So first is the pharmacist, that is central government hospitals. Next is the CSIR labs, that is the scientist trainee in the IICT, CDRI, IIIM, that is in the research. Next is the DRDO or ICMR, which has various research projects and defense pharmacology. Next is the Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission. The role is to set the pharmacopoeia standards, IPRS, PVPI. Lastly, we have the CDSCO, that is Central Drug Regulation, New Drug Approvals, Clinical Trials Oversight. Next, we have the uniform services. Various roles are discussed here, that is the Army Medical Corps, Navy Pharmacist, BSF, CRPF, ITBP Pharmacist. Higher studies and specialization. Now we'll discuss course, duration, and entrance required. So for M.Pharm, the duration is 2 years. Entrance is via GPAT, GATE, or various university exams. Next is the Pharm D, that is post-bachelorate, 3 years including the internship. Entrance is via university entrance or merit, or some institutes prefer GPAT. Then MBA in the pharma management, duration is of 2 years. Entrance can be CAT, MAT, XAT, or pharma specific exams. Next is the MS Pharm or MTech. The duration is of 2 years. It is via GPAT, GATE, or NIPER. Then we have the LLB law, which is of 3 years. The entrance is specialized in patent law or intellectual properties. Then postgraduate diploma, it is of 1 year. Entrance can be or in various sectors like clinical research, regulatory affairs, pharmacovigilance, etc. PhD is usually of 6 years, but some candidates complete within 3 years or within 5 years. Entrance exams required are GPAT, GATE, CSIR, NET, ICMR, or various university examinations. Abroad opportunities after B.Pharm are in USA. The key exam is FPGEE, that is Foreign Pharmacy Graduate Equivalency Exam, plus TOEFL or NAPLEX or MPZE. Role is for the registered pharmacist. In Canada, we have PEBC evaluating exam plus qualifying exam and OSCE. The role is for the licensed pharmacist. In UK, we have the OSPAP, that is Overseas Pharmacist Assessment Program, plus the pre-registration training. The role is of GPHC registered pharmacist. In Australia, we have the KAPS, that is Knowledge Assessment of Pharmaceutical Sciences, plus the internship for the registered pharmacist. And in the Middle East, we have the MOH, DHA, HAAD, SCFHS licensing exams. It is for pharmacists in UAE, Saudi Arab, Qatar, etc. Then we have the self-employment or the entrepreneurship. First is own a medical shop or the pharmacy. It is the most common part and requires minimum B.Pharm or D.Pharm plus 2 to 3 years of experience in some states or just registration in others for owning a pharmacy. Next is the pharma marketing company, that is a franchisee. Own, own a pharma franchisee, market a brand or the generics. Next is a third party or contract manufacturing. Get products made by a licensed manufacturer under your brand. Next is a CRO, that is a clinical research organization. Start small with a BA or BE studies and site management. Next is the online pharmacy or e-pharmacy. It requires compliance with new e-pharmacy rules and partnership with licensed pharmacies. Next is after M.Pharm, that is Master of Pharmacy. M.Pharm is a 2 years postgraduate specializations. It unlocks advanced, higher paying, and more strategic roles. I will discuss various specializations and their career maps. First is for the pharmaceutics. It has various roles in industry, advanced, government, and academics. So in industry, F&D scientist, technological transfer lead, IPR, that is patent, scale-up expert, project manager in R&D. In advance, we have the work on NDDS. In government sector, we can have the scientist in CSIR labs, IPC, etc. In academics, like the assistant, associate, professor, and principal or dean. The pharmaceutical chemistry or the medicinal chemistry. In industry, we have the roles in the API process development, synthetic chemistry, analytical R&D, NMR or mass interpretation. Then specialty, that is working in CROs, doing custom synthesis and lead optimizations. Then in government, we have the CSIR, DRDO or forensic labs. And in academics, we have the teaching. Next is the pharmacology. In industry, we have various roles in the preclinical sector, that is preclinical research scientist, toxicology, bioanalytical, pharmacovigilance, medical writing, and clinical research associate. In academics, we have the lecturer or animal house in charge, etc. In the government, we have the CPC, SEA member, ICMR projects, food and drug toxicology. Then pharmacognosy or phytochemistry. In industry, we have roles in the herbal or Ayurvedic companies like the Dabur, Himalaya, or Patanjali. Then we have vast scope in the nutraceuticals, cosmetics, R&D, natural product isolation scientists, etc. In government, the Ayush Ministry, BSI, FRLHT, National Medicinal Plants Board, etc. In pharmaceutical analysis, in industry like the QC manager, analytical R&D lead, stability expert, method validation lead, handling sophisticated instruments like the LCMS, GCMS, and ICP-MS. Audit-facing role, that is interacting with FDA, MHRA during the inspections. Quality assurance, industry role is QA manager, regulatory compliance head, corporate QA, validations lead, GMP trainer. Global exposure is in managing site quality for export-oriented plants, that is US FDA or EU GMP. Key certification, that is Certified Quality Auditor, ASQ. The pharmaceutical management or administration. The role combines M.Pharm plus MBA. Various roles are there like the product manager, business development, marketing research, strategic consulting. Top, top recruiters are McKinsey, that is Pharma Vertical, IQVIA, ZS Associates, large pharma MNCs. Role of the Niper Bachelorette. The top Nipers, that is Mohali and Hyderabad, offer specialized MBA Pharm or MS Pharm management programs. Admissions is through the Niper ZW. Then we have various roles in the regulatory affairs, that is RS specialist, dossier management, regulatory strategy head, and country manager. Next is the focus knowledge in the regulatory affairs, that is ANDA, NDA, biosimilar pathways, global CTD or ECTD. Next role is in the biotechnology or biopharmaceutics department. In industry, we have the biosimilar development, monoclonal antibodies, upstream or downstream processing in biological plants. The specific area includes pharmacokinetics or bioavailability scientists, designing the BE studies, etc. So M.Pharm, then PhD, and then postdoc path. The PhD entrance in India includes the GPAT, GATE, CSIR NET, ICMR, UGC NET, university-specific PhD entrance test, that is PET. Fellowships can be via the JRF or SRF through CSIR, UGC, ICMR, and DST inspired. Postdoctoral research after PhD, research positions are abroad in the USA, Europe, Japan, and Australia. For academics, which is the ultimate goal, PhD is mandatory for associate professor and above in degree colleges. For director or principal or dean, PhD plus 10 to 15 years is mandatory. I will discuss various research institutions and labs of national importance. These are the dream destinations for M.Pharm or PhD graduates. NIPER, there are total 7 institutes. Various locations or few locations are Mohali, Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, etc. Specialty is in primer pharma research and education. Next is the CSIR IICT. The location is in Hyderabad. Specialty is API synthesis and process chemistry. Next is the CSIR CDRI. Location is Lucknow. Specialty is drug discovery and pharmacology. Next is the CSIR IIIM. Location is in Jammu. Specialty in natural products and phytochemistry. Next is the CSIR NCL. Location is in Pune. Specialty in polymers, materials, and pharma intermediates. Next is the ICT, formerly the UDCT. Location is Mumbai. Specialty in chemical engineering and pharma technology. Next is the IITs, that is biotech and chemistry departments at various locations. Specialty in the interdisciplinary pharma research. Next we have the BITS Pilani, that is location in Pilani, Hyderabad and Goa. Specialty in pharmacy department, industry collaborative research. Next is the Jamia Hamdard in the Delhi. Specialty in traditional pharma and phytochemistry. Next is the Punjab University UIPS in the Chandigarh. It is a top ranked pharmacy school. Next is the ICT IOC, that is in the Bhubaneswar. Specialty is that it is a new institute and good pharma focus. NIPERs are the apex pharma institutes in India. The entry is through the NIPER JEE. They offer MS.Pharm, M.Pharm, M.Tech Pharm, MBA.Pharm, and PhD stipend and PhD. And stipends are provided to all GATE or NIPER qualified students, as well as GPAT qualified students. Next are the emerging and niche career paths. So first is the pharmacovigilance. Role is drug safety associate, aggregate report writer, signal detection scientist, etc. So key skills or certifications are ICR or ICSR processing, med-DRE coding, ARGUS or ARISG databases. In medical writing, role is regulatory writer, medical communications, and publication writer. Key skills or certifications include CTD modules, scientific writing, literature search. Next is the clinical research. Role is the CRA, clinical data management, biostatistician, site coordinator. Key skills or certifications include ICH GCP, CDIC, CDMS tools. Then intellectual property. Role is patent analyst, patent agent, or IP manager. Key skills or certifications are Indian Patent Act, US or EU patent laws, patent drafting, etc. Next is the bioinformatics or chemoinformatics. Role is in the computational drug designing, molecular docking, and the QSAR. Key skills or certifications are CAD software, Python, or R. Next is the health economics and outcomes research, that is HEOR. Role is HEOR analyst, market access. Key skills are pharmacoeconomics, QALY, and ICER. Next is the digital health or health tech. Role is health tech startup, product manager in e-pharmacy, telemedicine app. Key skills are entrepreneurship, tech pharma interface, etc. Next is the science communication. Role is medical science liaisons, that is MSL, science journalism, pharma YouTube or blogger. Key skills are communications, networking with KOLs. Next is the regulatory consultants, that is freelance regulatory consultant for small pharma companies. Key skills that requires are deep knowledge of dossier filing and variations. Next is the pharma recruiter or the HR. The role is specialized pharma recruiter. It should have the pharma knowledge plus the HR skills. Now we'll discuss the final salary and growth overview. This is an approximation. So for the fresher or the B.Pharm in industry, all the salaries are discussed in INR LPA, that is lakhs. So for the freshers in with the B.Pharm qualification in industry 2 to 3.5, in government 3 to 5, that is level 5 or 6, and in academics 1.8 to 3.0 for the diploma college. Then for the freshers M.Pharm in industry 4 to 7, government 5 to 8, that is as scientist or lecturer, and in academics 3.5 to 5.5 in the degree college. With 5 years of experience, Industry 7 to 15, government 8 to 12, and in academics 5 to 8. Then 10 plus years, that is manager or associate, industry 15 to 30 plus, government 12 to 20, and academics 10 to 18. Then senior leadership or principal or director, industry 40 to 80, then government 20 to 30, and academics 18 to 30. NIPER IIT CSIR offers JRF or SRF stipends of 37,000 to 42,000 per month during the PhD, which is a significant earning while studying. These are some of the summary decision metrics. So if you like managing production or machines, then you can go for the production executive after B.Pharm, and best after M.Pharm specialization is pharmaceutics. So testing lab instruments after B.Pharm QC, then after M.Pharm pharm analysis or pharm chemistry. Then in documentation or law rules, after B.Pharm RA associate, then after M.Pharm RA and QA. Then patient interaction or clinical after B.Pharm hospital or community pharmacist. Best M.Pharm specialization is pharmacology or PharmD. For teaching or research, then after B.Pharm GPAT or NIPER, and then after M.Pharm any PhD. Then selling, networking or business, medical representative or MBA after B.Pharm, and M.Pharm specialization is pharma management. Stable government job, B.Pharm pathway is a drug inspector or government pharmacist, and M.Pharm specialization is any for PSC exam. Going abroad, you need licensing exams, and for your starting your own business, best after B.Pharm is own a pharmacy or the franchisee, and best after M.Pharm is pharma management. तो ये थे करियर ऑप्शंस आफ्टर B.Pharm एंड M.Pharm. समरी में B.Pharm के बाद इमीडिएट जॉब चाहिए तो हॉस्पिटल फार्मासिस्ट MR प्रोडक्शन QC ज्वाइन करो. हायर एजुकेशन M.Pharm via GPAT which is the best, then MBA or PharmD. Government job, that is drug inspector, government pharmacist, FDA or railway. Corporate growth, you can go into regulatory affairs, pharmacovigilance and clinical research. Abroad, that is license exams, prepare karo, takes time but worth it. Entrepreneur, own pharmacy, edtech or freelance. Like this video and share with every pharma student who's focused about their career or who's confused about their career. Subscribe and hit the bell icon. I make pharmacy career and exam content weekly. Comment I am a B.Pharm or M.Pharm student. I want to become dash. Fill in the blank with your dream career. I'll reply personally. Download the GPAT Pro app if you are preparing for GPAT, NIPER or DI or various government exams. 10,000 plus MCQs, 3 modules free. Link in the description. Stay tuned for next video. Professor Gadgil signing off.